Welcome to Diviria. I'm Satiria. I am your positivity life coach. I've decided to rebrand my channel and speak mostly about healing and my healing process, your healing process, and everything that takes us from the ground and the ashes and brings us to the top with our healing. So let's get started. I firstly wanted to speak about healing from a breakup, and healing is for me mostly understanding and also finding the tools that will help you not repeat the same cycles again and again and again. So the title of this video is He's Just a Guy, She's Just a Girl. And in my situation, he was just a guy. And it took me so long to realize why I was so attached to a person for 2 whole years. I was so obsessed. I was so attached. Even if when we were not in contact, I would feel like this specific person, he's God, he's just like one of a kind. If he walks like somewhere next to me, I would just like die and like melt, and like everybody would be obsessed with them, and that he's just like one of a kind. And 5 months with no contact, I realized that he's actually just a guy, and me being so attached to him was not him, it was me. It was me, and it was my trauma response from my childhood. And I had to dig so deep to understand, where is this coming from? Why am I feeling this way? Why can I feel that life cannot exist if that person is not in my life and if that person doesn't give me approval? I realized that this specific person had many similarities in behavior with my older brother, and my older brother is the person that I feel I haven't received love from in my life. And for you, that person may be your dad, your mom, your caregiver, somebody else from your family, somebody that you feel that you haven't received love from, but you would have so much loved to have received love from. I realized that growing up, my brother, I thought that he was a god as well. It was mostly because my dad would used to like always say that how smart he is. He would always say how brilliant he is at everything and he's good at everything, like he's like the kid prodigy or everything. And I would I would believe that. I would believe that he's just a god and he's good at everything, and that he can be good at sports and he's good at school and he's good like with girls. And I would always try to get his attention because he was my older brother, and I wanted him to like admire me as well. I wanted him to see me. I was looking up to him. But the truth is that he would never do that. He would never see me and he would never pay attention to me. And that continued and has continued up until now. And even if when we were studying at university, we used to live like 10 minutes away, but he would always call me and only call me when he needed help or money. The thing is that I never really paid attention to that relationship and how much it affected me. And then carried on with my life until I met this person that I also felt he's God, and I thought he was God. And if you look back to your life, you may not find that these people have same physical characteristics or maybe similarities, no similarities in their jobs, but they have similarities in how they made you feel. So, and how you perceive them to be. So in my case, I thought that this person was God. Excuse me. I thought that this person was God, and that was how I felt about my brother as well. I felt like my brother was God. I felt that nothing can compare to him, that he can achieve anything and everything. And I was chasing him for love, which he never gave. And I understand now that this is what happened in this situation as well. I was chasing this person for love. I was chasing this person for his attention. And when things would go wrong, equally to my brother, he would end things. He would say, this is not working. No, now you did this and now it's all over. But it never was until it was 5 months ago. It was the same with my brother. He would always threaten you and say that, no, but just with this one thing you did now it's all over. Like I can never be friends with you again. And no, we cannot go to the park and play together. When after maybe like few hours, he would just forget that. He would just forget the verbal abuse he would give you, and then you would go and play with him. But this was his initial reaction. This was the way he was handling you. And I realized how similar it was to the way this guy was treating me. It was so similar. as in he would just say, this is the end, this is not working, this, da, 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 da. But then he would come back to me. It was very painful to go that deep, and I'm sure it will be very painful for you. But B, I really encourage you to do so, because only when you find what has deeply hurt you in the past, only if you find similarities to the behavior of the person that hurt you in the past and similarities to the person that has hurt you now, only if you find similarities in behaviors and similarities in things that you were thinking about them, in fears that were beginning to start evolving inside of you, and all this chaos and all this emotional turbulence that you experienced when you were younger. Only when you connect the dots, then you can understand, why are you so hooked to this person? Why do you feel like this earth will stop until you are back together? You know, why do you feel this way? And only when you go that deep and you're full of tears and you're full of discomfort and you're full of pain and suffering and full of darkness, only then you will be able to make the dark light. And only then you will be able to look at those shadows and understand what has been controlling you so far. And only then will you be able to break free and be at peace. I wouldn't be the person I am today if I hadn't been through all this pain and discomfort and being overwhelmed and feeling so bad about myself. If it wasn't for this person to teach me all these lessons and to show me with this pain that I can go back to the little girl and I can say that you are worth of love, you are worth it, you're worth of being loved and being taken care of by your older brother. Just because he doesn't do it, it doesn't mean that it's your fault. Just because he doesn't give you the love you want and crave for, it's not your fault. And if I hadn't been through these 2 years of turbulence, I wouldn't have thought of going that deep and speaking to that girl. I would have stayed so superficial. So I hope you reach this level, and I'm sure you will reach this level where you say to that person, I'm so grateful that I've been through this pain with you, because only now I can see myself better. Only now I can see the wound from the past, and I can actually hug myself and I can actually tap myself in the shoulder and say, you're okay, you survived this, you survived this pain, and you are okay. So you will be okay. Only then will you be able to fully support yourself and fully heal. So I hope this video helps you today. Please let me know how it goes for you. Please let me know what you're going through at the moment, and please let me know how this exercise will help you move on from the guy or the girl that is currently on your mind and is currently bugging you, and how this has made you a better person for your next journey. I hope this helps you today. I'll see you in the next one. Please remember, life is too short, and remember to smile today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.